Salutations and welcome to Kirby Plays Games. I am Kirby, here playing 7 Days to Die version Ep9 on a public server. This is episode 9 of the Horde Night Retrospective series, where I am sharing my multiplayer Horde Night adventures in 7 Days to Die with some retrospective commentary. As you can see, it is day 245, which makes this the 35th blood moon on this server. This is a very special episode because shortly after recording this footage, the server was reset, and so this will be the very last time that we defend Fortress Dreamland from the zombie horde. And the horde is on its way. So tonight we are joined by Joester and Caustic Reaction, who you may remember from previous episodes, and we are going to do our best to redeem the fall of Fortress Dreamland from the previous episode. Speaking of Fortress Dreamland, the entire inner courtyard, including the floor, has been upgraded to steel, as have some of the blocks protecting the outer row of electric fences. Additionally, I fixed the stairs, so now you don't have to crouch to get through them. Not sure how many of you noticed that last video, but it was very annoying. If you enjoyed this video, please do consider liking and subscribing. It has been a few weeks since the last horde, and this is both because the base had a literal crater in it from the last episode, which did take a while to repair, and also because I spent a horde night at the killing corridor. The footage from that was fine, I just didn't feel like it was different enough from the last time we were at the killing corridor to merit its very own episode. So if you really want to see how that went, let me know, and I'll release it as a highlight reel. Either way, we will be moving on to new and exciting things, but a little bit more on that later. Now you might notice that I have a silencer on my pistol, and wondering why. You might be wondering this because typically the silencer reduces damage, but there is a perk book you can read that nullifies that, so I just keep it on because it's annoying to take off. The hatches are great because you can shoot over them, but they are a real inconvenience for dogs jumping over and spider zombies. Also, you can see that some of the zombies are hitting the walls near where the wires are coming out. Now, as I mentioned, that has been upgraded to reinforced steel. However, it is not nice that they are doing that. Not nice that they are doing that at all. Now the reason I have the vault hatch down at this point is because they are hitting the side walls, and I'm trying to encourage them to path over towards me and leave the walls alone. Taking a moment here to harvest some precious dogs before they disappear, and also to get into a knife fight with a zombie. Another interesting thing, you might see the spread on my shotgun shots is actually pretty wide, and that is because I have a duckbill modification which puts the shot into a horizontal spread. So when you have a setup like this, it becomes pretty effective. And we'll chase this soldier around with a chainsaw. What are you doing in here? Yeah, that was awkward. And here we are just past midnight. You can see that the outer layer of electric fences is no longer functioning. So we're going to put up the vault hatch door. And head upstairs to shut those off. Something really interesting here, you'll notice that in addition to going off, the wires have gone off diagonally and seem to be basically glitching sideways. Now to be clear, usually they would go directly across into fence posts that are located in the opposite wall. I'm not actually sure why they are doing that. At this point it's becoming pretty difficult to keep that first hatch repaired, and we're gonna have to move to having the vault hatch up pretty soon. They are still hitting the side walls. Not sure what that's all about. And as you can see, we have a fantastic amount of lasers from all of the junk turrets that people have brought over for the Horde defense. So birds are definitely not a problem for the people hanging out on the roof. And here we see that the exploding crossbow bolts don't always set demolishers off, but they definitely do sometimes. Unless that was someone else. I dropped my nail gun. Awkward. Since that demolisher went off, we have to do a couple quick repairs.
What follows is a brief construction montage.
Taking out the trusty nail gun to accomplish this.
We hope you enjoyed this brief construction montage.
No time for reloading? Get out of here. Something else that's great about having a community of people to play with, you don't typically have that many issues with running out of ammo. As you probably saw when I opened up the chest that is on the roof, we are pretty much set for ammo.
Fire in the hole!
7 skill points to spend. Yeah, we definitely got quite a few levels this Horde Night. Game stage is pretty late. You can see the floor outside is starting to give out. And hopefully that's not too much of an issue as we retreat back through the courtyard and into the main bunker. Turning on the inner electrical field. And almost setting off a demolisher, but fun fact, even if you set them to explode by hitting their green buttons, if you kill them before they actually do explode, they will not explode, and they'll just die with that big scary red button. It however sounds like there was another one right there that did not get killed in time. Luckily though, as I mentioned, the courtyard floors have been upgraded to steel, which is the strongest block in the game. And here you can see I've turned on the outer layer of electric fences again, so even though they're glitched and not connected the way they're supposed to be, they are still functioning. And so something worth noting here is that the electrical fences can go down from zapping a certain number of targets and discharging. However, if you turn it off, if it happens, say, halfway through the Horde Night, if you then turn it off, it'll have time to recharge usually before the end of the Horde Night, and as you can see, I've been able to turn it back on. So we only have about 15 minutes left in game time, left in the Horde Night. And I want to take a quick minute to talk about the glitchy mystery wires. I actually followed them right after the Horde Night, and I will post my findings as an epilogue to this series. So if you want to see what I found out regarding the strange glitchy mystery wires, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that video. Also, I am starting a single-player survival series, so you probably don't want to miss those episodes either. We're going to be hanging out in the snow biome and running the game at much higher settings thanks to my new graphics card. And there is the morning chime as a cop vomits at us. The zombies are still rolling in, but as for the Horde Night stats, Fortress Dreamland did the job, and we had 0 player deaths. Anyways, that is it for this episode, and that is it for the Horde Retrospective series. It has been a lot of fun, but since the server has reset, this seems like a good place to end things, at least for now. Thank you very much for watching, and have an excellent day.